All right, Ann, let's go to headline number 4.
Let's do it.
Kroger is launching a restaurant delivery division out of Dallas.
Yes.
According to a Kroger press release, what it's calling Kroger Restaurant Supply will offer an alternative for small restaurants to order in large quantities that have highly variable pricing and require deliveries on a set schedule. Jay Schreger, hopefully I'm saying his name right, apologies if I'm not, the director of Kroger Technology and Digital E-commerce Accelerators, said, quote, "This new service will bring our fresh assortment directly to regional businesses, all at consistent prices, product availability, and delivery cadence they can count on," end quote. That sounds like right out of the PR press book. Regional restaurants, bakeries, and catering companies are invited to take part in this service that offers free next-day delivery on all orders of $250 or more. Now, Ann, I got news for you, though. And this might be bad news because I think this is one of the toughest on-the-spot questions we've had.
Yes.
You get the A&M question of the week this week. And here it is. Kroger's restaurant supply appears to be pretty disruptive to traditional wholesale food service suppliers by potentially solving for big legacy issues like inconsistent pricing and stockouts. So the question for you is, what needs to be true to make this a significant revenue stream and to put a major dent in the food service sector? The floor is now yours, Ann. Woo!
Okay, I think I have to answer this with one word, and that is scale. Like, can they get mass adoption from all of these? Can they get the restaurants, the regional restaurants, the caterers to leave the big, 2 US Foods and Cisco's of the world, who are like the dominating US suppliers of wholesale restaurant food? Can they get people to break away from this? I kind of think they can. And the like proxy that I'm using for this is Costco business centers. Have you been to a Costco business center? We have one of the 15 in the US in Minneapolis.
I have not, but I can remember you telling me ad nauseum about your visit to one, but please.
Yes. I mean, okay, it's pretty great. And you think about
you loved it. You couldn't stop talking about it.
I know it's different assortment. It's definitely catering to like the giant, like they have like hanging slabs of meat there. I mean, it's catering to that small restaurant,
right?
But you can get it whenever you want it. You can run there. They open at 7 a.m. They're open earlier than most of the other Costco's are. And I think that it provides, for the same reason that like stores exist for us, just regular consumers.
Right.
Like if you need something, you run out of beef, or your supplier, doesn't have enough to give you that day, like you can still run to this place. And yes, it's maybe not as low priced as the alternative, the bigger companies, but you can have it. You can still offer that to your customers. So I think that this could definitely work, especially as like we're seeing, Kroger and Ocado like expand their network. If you can kind of build up mass and supplement, some of those customer orders in these new areas that they're getting to with these restaurant orders, like I think this could be pretty big.
Yeah, that's a $64,000 question to me. You hit it right on the head.
Right.
And like, I think price, you have to be competitive like that. You say what has to be true. I think you got to be competitive in the restaurant industry for them to want to use you, because the margins are tough in the restaurant industry. That's a tough business. But the point about Ocado is really interesting, because the other part about this that I don't think was getting enough attention, or the reporters that were the reports on this haven't dug into this yet enough, and maybe somebody out there knows, they're doing this in Dallas, which coincidentally is where they've been doing a lot of their Ocado activity. So, and I don't know this well enough to say what scales and what doesn't between grocery delivery and restaurant delivery, but I have to imagine there's some overlap when you go up the supply chain into the facilities and the warehousing to be able to service both of those very efficiently. And so it could just be a nice value add here through the combination and the partnership with Ocado and what they're doing with automation. So I think it's fascinating to watch. Like it really is. It could just be a new space for Kroger entirely.
Great point, Chris. Yeah, that's good digging. Good Angela
sleuthing. Did I sleuth it well,
as we said once upon